Hello, hello. First of all, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope you have a fantastic New Year. As you can see, it's a lovely day today, though it is absolutely bloody nobbling, so I can work with that. Today, we are going to be fitting the external hookup for our power. And yeah, I'll walk you through that. Right, to give you a rough guide of what you need to do and what you need to do it, first of all, I have the PowerPoint. What I've done, as you saw in the last video, I cut a wooden template to go over the back of it, to give me something to screw into. I've also cut out a a cardboard template, so I can use it to mark the inside of the van, so I know where to drill through, ready for cutting. I've marked the top of them, as you can see, so I know what's what. Right, and a rough guide for the tools you'll need. Obviously, you need a way to cut through the metal. So if you don't have a nibbler, a jigsaw will do, but please make sure you use a metal cutting blade. If you try using a wooden blade on metal, it'll make an absolute mess. Metal blades have a very fine tooth count and they tend to be quite a lot shorter, which also reduces the chance of you hitting stuff inside the van. You need a drill to drill your initial holes to so you know where you're cutting. Drill bits, HSS drill bits, suitable for drilling through steel. You'll need a file for deburring the edges after you've cut them. Some form of metal paint to treat the bare metal once you've cut it, to stop it rusting. And a little bit of Sikaflex 522 just to go around it, just to seal the deal. Though the plate itself does have a foam backing, a little bit of Sikaflex will definitely help. And you also need plenty of masking tape, which I've got in the door of the van. I can't show you that, but you know what masking tape looks like. As anyone to tell you in any project, measure 3,856 times, cut once. You only get one attempt to measure. That's not going to hit that. It's not going to hit that. There's a bit of a dent there. This area is flat, so about there I think would be a great spot for it.
This is going to be your first cut in the van.
Yeah.
Because we had the windows done, didn't we? Let's see if I can see that on camera. Just about.
Yeah, that should be good.
Just about make out that line.
Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through from the inside with a 5mm drill bit in all the marked corners here. Simply so I can transfer this template to the outside and draw around it using the holes as a guide. That way I can cut from the outside and I have lines to follow. So here I am about to drill my first hole in my van bodywork. God, this feels unnatural. Taking a drill to the side of your van just feels all sorts of unholy. Oh, can't get over that feeling.
Dun dun dun!
You know what? Let me just double check on the outside. There's nothing there. Nope.
So burn it off, come on.
But I'm scared. All right, here we go.
Dun, dun.
So the first two holes are going to be about here. Oh my God!
What have you done?
Oh my God, that felt weird.
You're going back now.
Oh my God. Whew, that felt disturbing. But yeah, now I can transfer that template to the outside. Here we go, we have our holes. So now, that was the part I used on the inside, so if I marry this up, About there. That's about right, isn't it? More or less. It'll do. It's more or less straight. It's on a flat part of the van. I can live with that.
As long as you're not going to cut through your wires.
Yeah, it'll be close enough. There we go. All right, Kerry has made like a little cardboard scoop there to stop any iron filings going down into the well of the van. Basically, any untreated iron filings that go anywhere will in time corrode and will promote corrosion through the painted surfaces of the van. So if you can minimize that, great. So hopefully that'll catch most of them, and any that come out, we can just hoover up then. All right, the next stage is to make the holes bigger so I can actually get my saw in there. I used a 3.5mm, and I have no idea why I said 5 earlier. I used a 3.5mm initially for the pilots. Now I'm using an 8.5 because the saw blade is about 8mm wide. So 8.5 will make these holes bigger so I can cut. Alright, now I'm going to start masking this up so I don't damage the van when I'm cutting.
This step is actually very important. When you're cutting, you will get iron filings below the bed of your jigsaw, and your jigsaw is about 10 inches long. So while you're cutting around it, if you're grinding iron filings up against the side of your van, it'll make a right mess of your paintwork. It'll literally look like a 2-foot wide section of your van has just been rubbed over with wire wool. So don't skimp on this, make sure you do it. And make sure you cover enough to cover the entire bed of your jigsaw.
There we go. That should cover me for all eventualities with a saw. Close enough, actually. Now for the scary part, the cutting. And as always, safety first. Now to the finishing touches. We have a hole.
Can I do the filing?
It does require a little touching up.
Can I file now?
Yes, you can file all the edges. Right, let me stop you right there.
What?
Let me stop you right there. You're going to have to do it from the outside. Come here.
Right, I'm coming. Hang on.
Women.
Don't women me.
You heard that?
Of course I did. You weren't that far away from me. Right.
Right, so what you need to do is you get the rough edge on the outside, so at an angle. Never use the rug, put it against the corners. Right? And then, if you can, get slightly on the inside without knocking your internal off. There we go. There we go. Now we can pull the tape off and clean it. Beautiful. Well, no, it's an ugly, great big hole, but beautiful. Before I go any further, I'm going to pre-drill all these holes with a 3mm drill bit, just so I can go through with some stainless screws at the end. There we go, I should have marked everything accordingly. Alright, Kerry's cleaning around the outside with some isopropyl alcohol, so it's nice and clean. Ready for us to apply the paint protection and to allow the Sikaflex to stick properly. Only needs to be around about 1.5 inches away from that. You don't need the whole panel. I mean, you may as well clean the van while you're at it, Kerry.
I'm just going around the outside, but I'm making sure I do a big enough area. Shush.
Alright, now Kerry's going to treat all the raw metal with some paint. This is a Hammerite Direct to Rust metal paint. This stuff smells lovely.
Oh, stinks.
It smells like the old model paints I used to use, making like Airfix models and like Warhammer models and stuff like that. So now, even if any moisture does get in there, either from condensation on the inside or in the unlikely event the outside leaks,
I think I've got it.
it shouldn't corrode. While the paint is drying on the van, I thought it'd be a good idea to pre-wire this, as wiring it once it's in the van would be an absolute nightmare. First things first, let's cut the outer insulation off. Be careful with this one not to nick the wires on the inside. You can get strippers for this, but I don't own one of them. So if you just nibble it with a pair of electrical pliers, you don't need to nibble it all the way through. Once you've nibbled it a bit, you can probably do this and split it. There we go. There we go. That should give me enough cable. Right, normally I would say always cut the live and the neutral about 1 centimeter or so shorter than the earth, because if the cable is ever pulled and the restraint fails and it pulls a cable out, the last one you want to disconnect is the earth. If the live comes out, for example, you know, it'll get short against something, it'll trip whatever breaker is on the other side because the earth is connected. If the earth pulls out first and your live touches, say, the side of the van becomes live and the breaker doesn't necessarily go. But I don't think I need to do that because the switch is designed in the way that the earth is actually about 2 centimeters closer to the back of the switch. The earth is automatically the longer connector. Okay, if you look inside these, each pin has 2 connectors, so I can afford to put quite a long length of wire in each one. So let's get my wire stripper. About there. Alright, as it's 240 volt mains, I don't think I need ferrules in this. I did order a ferrule kit, but I have no idea where it is. Now, you might be tempted to really tightly twist these up, but it actually has a detrimental effect twisting it too much. It causes it to crush and snap. Let's listen off these connectors. These screws are actually pretty long. There we go, I can see right down these channels. Again, let's make sure these are going to be long enough. There you go, in there a little bit. Yep, these will do. I'll do the bottom one up first, just to make sure I've got a grip. I do. Make sure I'm not too far in with the sheath. No, I'm not. It's actually a perfect length. Let's go in all the way. Tighten up that. You want to avoid catching the cable if you can, because the last thing you want is any stray stray strands coming off, especially off the live. There we go. And there we go. These two are both nice and tight. Let's put the earth in now. Yep, we got a grip with the bottom one. Again, I wouldn't go quite as tight with the top one as you do with the bottom one, because it's all about surface area. If you damage anything, or break any cables, you'll have less surface area to play with. Let's put that down here and put the sheath over it. Let's put that one in just a little bit. And bend this one over and put it in. And there we go. Both of these are in. I will knock out the insert in the back of this. I'm always wary doing these because it's not the first time I broke back boxes and stuff doing this. There we go, it's off. Now in theory, I can thread this through the cable and put this back together. And last but not least, a securing screw on the back. Job's done. Now how much cable do I think I need? From where this comes through to the back of my board, where my circuit board is going to be only about, I don't know, 2 feet. So I'll take about, just to be on the safe side, about that much cable, about 1 meter of cable. I'd rather plan for extra than have too little. I now have my electrical hookup ready to go in the van. Alright, first of all, let's test fit this. Try not to catch the wire on any of the... Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Is this supposed to be non-straight?
I can straighten it.
Oh.
It's not 100% straight, but it's close enough. I actually thought I cut it straighter than that. I'm guessing what looked straight inside the van doesn't look so straight outside.
That's alright though, it'll do the job, as long as it does the job.
Yes. So, get some Sikaflex. Let's put a little bead of Sikaflex around the outside of this. Oops.
Oh,
second.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, wind's getting up, isn't it? Oops, upside down. That could have been awkward.
Yep.
So let's put that there for now. There we go. That's our wooden back plate. This is ready to push in. Alright, Kerry is holding the backing wood on from the inside.
Oh God.
So I'm going to put the screws through from the outside. I have some stainless steel screws so they won't corrode. Put the first one in and guide it into the hole. You ready, Kerry?
Yep. Ready as I'll ever be.
You
Right,
ready?
Go on.
Yep.
Right.
Right, now do the two other screws.
Are you doing the top one first?
I did the bottom opposite side.
No, but you're doing the top one first.
Yeah, I'll do the top one.
Right. Is that the top one done?
Yep.
Bottom one now?
Yep, now the last bottom one. There we go. Tiniest bit of Sikaflex. I can smooth it off my finger.
I get the cloth so you can wipe it off. Pardon my French. I got a bit on the door if I touched it.
It's okay. There we go, installed. A little bit of tidying up on the Sikaflex, but I can do that when it's dry. And yeah, job's a good one. We have our external hookup. And from the inside, nice. This should come out in the battery compartment and can run up behind the back to the electricity board, which should be up here somewhere. Excellent. Right, and that's the next part of our van conversion done. A really scary part with holes and cutting and all sorts of nasty stuff, which I'm sure I'm going to have nightmares about. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful new year, and we will catch you probably in January. Again, I would greatly appreciate if you like and subscribe. It really does help us make content for the channel and keeps us motivated to document everything we're doing. Thank you very much.